Hello, everyone. Just wanted to say a quick hello. Today, I really feel like I need to speak to you guys today because I don't know, the indifference, the stuff that's going on is just very upsetting, and it's upsetting to the point where it bothers me that we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. We have a United States Constitution that has amendments in it, and we have 14.3 that was embedded in there to handle a situation like we have now. We literally have someone in the White House that incited and engaged in an insurrection. Yes, January 6, 2021 was an insurrection. And all the pardons in the world and all the alternative facts they want to say, it happened. And it happened more for me because that's the day I celebrate I becoming a U.S. citizen. And to have to see, to sort of in my mind have how it was in 1989 when I was so excited to become a citizen, and then sitting at my couch after going for a walk, because it was kind of a warm January, going for a walk and completely stunned on watching what I saw on TV unfolding in DC, and knowing that the president that lost was still trying to stay in power. That's an insurrection. That's an insurrection. He called Georgia. He wanted them to find almost 12,000 votes. I don't know how they were going to probably do that. Could that be harvesting votes? Is that what you call harvesting votes? Then he was, then you had the red state AGs with Mike Johnson doing the brief where all these red states were suing to decertify Joe Biden when they didn't vote for Joe Biden, and they're out of jurisdiction to be suing the states that did. And then you had the fake electors. Remember when he invited all these fake electors to the White House during the time to try to get them to switch? This is crazy. So yes, he engaged in an insurrection, and the way he was planning on overtaking our government was by changing the fake electors, putting the fake electors and exchanging them for in the box, and removing Biden's win and giving him all 7 swing states like he did in 2024. And that's why I don't believe he won 2024. He only got all 7 electors because he needed the popular vote. The man was so obsessed. He was so obsessed, always obsessed about the popular vote. So he would have done anything to get the popular vote. And that's why he had the 7 that he got this time around. But I don't believe he won the election. And when it comes to swing states, I think we should have a law that we should be auditing every election to make sure there weren't any shenanigans, because there were some shenanigans here that we're going to get to the bottom of. But most important thing right now is discussing 14.3. Right now, the president is dishonoring his oath of office. He took an oath to the Constitution to preserve, to protect, and defend it. He's not preserving. He's not protecting it. He's not defending it. If anything, he's trampling all over our rights. He's coming after our First Amendment rights because now he's mad because we're going to have a No King Day. Yes, we're going to have a No King Day. Yes. We're going to have a No King Day because we don't have kings in America. We don't. And then he's trying to say, coming out of his mouth, an insurrection. He wants to do an insurrection act on us for exercising our First Amendment rights. Has he lost his mind? And again, listen, we are keeping up with the march because that's what we're supposed to do. Right now, we have someone in office that should not be there. And I must thank Comey for coming out with that 8647 from his walk on the beach with the shells. That to me was empowering for me because it reminded me that it only takes 86 electors to decertify Trump. We decertify him, 14.3 disqualifies and removes him. The only way 14.3 is ever executed is to deal with traitors and corruption. And right now, Trump checks all the boxes. Every box is a check, 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 check. Okay? And now he is threatening we the people to be able to exercise, assembly and our petition. Those are First Amendment rights. Number one. Okay? They shooting one of those rubber bullets hit a reporter. I remember when that happened to Ali Velci, George Floyd, on June 2nd. But you know the irony about all this, how this guy all of a sudden could call the National Guard in a state, overstepping the governor? Why he didn't call the National Guard on January 6th? He had the sole power to do so. But you know what's interesting about that? Even though he had the sole power to do so, he wasn't the one that called them at the end. So it was Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi that called them at the end. So the man did incite an insurrection, because even then he didn't call the National Guard, and he saw then that people were destroying the Capitol, and he saw then that officers were getting beaten, and he saw then the suffering that a lot of them went through, and he knows then all the people that died from that. So please tell me again, why aren't we invoking 14.3? Please tell me again, why aren't you on the computer or on a letter or on X or whatever platform you are on, contacting your attorney general, find out how many petitions you need to start invoking 14.3. And if you happen to be a state that voted for him, find out how many people you need to decertify the ballots, to decertify the electors of that state. Trump, all the swing states that did the fake electors, those should be eliminated off the bat. You got Mike Johnson in Louisiana, that should be eliminated because he was a denier. He was a lawyer who wrote the brief of the states that wanted to decertify Biden, the red states. So yeah, there's a lot of things to be discussed, and we got to make 14.3 great again. It is our saving grace. It's in our Constitution. And I like to say, when we fight, we win. But I like to say it better this way. When we fight with our Constitution, our U.S. Constitution, we win because it's the law of the land. So please sign the petition. Let's make 14.3 great again, because it is our saving grace. Trust me on that. It is our saving grace. But we have to have that clear message. It must be unified. We already organized. We already mobilizing. Now we need to educate, and we need to advocate, and we need to get into good trouble and make sure people understand that yes, we have the Constitution, and yes, we have 14.3, and 14.3 is only triggered if the person, or if the actors, the bad actors, engage in an insurrection. And they did. So a lot of them will be out for aiding and abetting. Those military guys that were booing in the back, they are out too, because it also covers them. Go back and read 14.3. Read it. Understand it. Understand it. And then you will know why it's our saving grace, because it will get rid of the swamp, the entire swamp. Imagine having a clean slate where we could get rid of the Ron Johnsons from Wisconsin, who was the one who brought the fake electors to DC. Okay, there's a lot of them that may think we forget who they are, but we have to make sure we stay vigilant, because 14.3 does not only remove the presidency and his administration, it removes everyone who aided and abetted him. And we know who they are. They revealed themselves. So please, sign the petition. Let's make 14.3 great again. It is a saving grace, and I will continue to amplify it. And I am not being a pain in the butt. I'm just saying that we win with our Constitution. So as long as I am on the side of the Constitution, I will holla, 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 holla. Okay? Let's make 14.3 great again. Let's do it. We could do it. This is our time. This is our time making history. And I'm sure John Lewis is up there saying, well, they got some people out there that's carrying the baton. Well, I'm carrying the baton, but I don't want to carry it by myself. I need the rest of us to be on board, because at the end of the day, America first. And that's our First Amendment, our freedom. We are the land of the free and the home of the brave. That's what makes us better. That's why a Constitution is better. Okay? It's like no other. And that's why 14.3 needs to be reminded that it's there to keep people like Trump and that rotten, corrupt administration out of our government. That's how we keep it clean with 14.3. And maybe we'll think, somebody else will think the next time, don't try to overturn our government, because we got the tools in the toolbox to take care of business. Well, enjoy the rest of the evening, and thank you for listening. Bye.